New developments tonight in the arrest of the owner of an adult care facility in North Phoenix. Police say he beat one of his residents last October. We first told you about this last night at 10, and today we know the victim was a 53-year-old man who was physically and mentally dependent on the facility for care. The suspect arrested at the facility near Grover's and 35th Avenues. Our Claudia Rupsich spent the day there looking for answers.
Artemis Assisted Living is licensed with the state, and it's made up of these two homes right behind me here. According to police, it was inside one of these homes that assault happened last year. The county medical examiner said the victim died from blunt force injuries. The death ruled a homicide. 52-year-old Valer Catuna is facing second-degree murder charges for the death of one of his residents at Artemis Assisted Living in Phoenix. He was the owner and provider of the home. The victim, 53-year-old William Griswold. According to court paperwork, Griswold was mentally ill and had been under medical care after suffering a traumatic brain injury in a car crash. He had a history of stroke and seizures and had difficulty communicating. Documents say he was completely dependent upon Valer Catuna and other employees for his day-to-day needs and care. Catuna had his initial appearance Wednesday night
and inflicted blunt force trauma on one of his patients.
Police say on the morning of October 21st, another resident saw Catuna push the victim and repeatedly punch him. That witness later said Griswold was laying in bed all day, cold to the touch, but saying he was complaining about being hot. Another witness told police Griswold said he had pain all over his body. He passed away that night. When the owners called police to report the death, they said he had died of natural causes and never mentioned the assault. In custody, Catuna admitted he got into a physical altercation with the victim, but that he only pushed him onto the bed and may have hit him a few times, but he couldn't remember.
Mr. Catuna then failed in his capacity as a caregiver to get help for the victim.
The ME's report states Griswold had injuries to his chest and abdomen, as well as internal bleeding, rib fractures, and a ruptured spleen. The cause of death was ruled a homicide.
It makes you just worried for people that are, they're relying on other people to take care of them. It's just unfortunate that some people don't.
Neighbors told us they saw Catuna and his family around the block. They were quiet and kept to themselves.
Sometimes you would see people come up that you just assumed was there to work with their patients because they'd be in scrubs and everything, or you'd see people that I'm assuming were assisting with them with cleaning up because they bring out garbage and everything like that.
According to ADHS records, the facility has had a few inspections in the past 2 years, with some citations, including failure to report Griswold's death to the state and a $1,000 fine for not keeping personnel records.
It just makes you wonder how these smaller, places that are in residential neighborhoods are really regulated, maintained to really make sure that people are being taken care of and they're following protocol.
Dana Kennedy from AARP has been pushing to get smaller assisted living homes more oversight from the state, supporting a bill that would provide inspectors more resources.
Because there are people who are completely dependent on people for all of their needs. And we also need ombudsmen to be able to advocate for these people.
According to ADHS, the facility is licensed to have up to 10 beds. A spokesperson for the department told me they were out here yesterday, making sure that the other residents here were being properly cared for. In Phoenix, I'm Claudia Rupsich, ABC 15 Arizona.